My cooperative learning online activity. The Padlet will be embedded below because this is just a short overview. I know we've done a lot of reading lately, and I feel that the paper can't fit it all in. So this is a further explanation, but if you want to check the paper, it's below, and if you want to take a free exploration of the Padlet, you can as well. So on the left-hand side here, we see some of the big ideas from the research. And I think for me, some of the things that stood out really were Credgen's all work around the pitfalls and bringing in that piece of fostering a sense of community, especially building that trust and that group feels that they're dependent, as well as looking at going beyond just the text, especially for a primary group of students. And how do you balance out the structure and that positive interdependence and individual accountability without squashing a sense of wonder and that flexibility over time? So throughout the plan, I really tried to keep in mind the valued learning experience equation. I really like that piece of content, pedagogy, and community brought together, as well as the CSGBL design steps that were mentioned. All the while trying to make sure that there was that social interdependence in the project. So the who of our project, of my project, would be a small group of 3 to 4 classrooms, and the classrooms could span kindergarten to grade 3, but really it may be fluid based on those that were first interested. And as time went on, if there was more interest, the concept would be that it would be fluid, maybe start with that one small group and expand, or have several groups going within the environment, which I'll show you in a minute. And I definitely would want to try to connect to our outdoor education coordinator. He's been fantastic at connecting classrooms, and he actually inspired this activity. He did a bio blitz with our kindergarten classrooms on Twitter, and they went and found things that they were curious about and then came and tweeted them out, the pictures. So that's actually what sparked this activity. So the purpose of this would really be for students to, for learners as a classroom community. Again, they're in primary, so we'd want to give them that opportunity to experience cooperative learning online, since it would be a new foray, as well as giving them a chance to model those social skills that are necessary for interaction in cooperative settings, but especially in cooperative settings online between classrooms and past their own classroom walls. So they would go out into their environment, find a living thing, share that with the group, and then towards the end, contribute a page to a Living Things field guide so that we have that co-constructed text. In planning, I really wanted to make sure that I kept something that was manageable. I know from myself, from past experiences, when there wasn't that structure of time, it kind of went awry. When people see that short time frame, there's more immediacy, if you will. But there would definitely be that flexibility. I found that with the urban and rural experience that people are saying it's not working with my format right now. So really giving that opportunity, but I definitely would want the option for groups to continue, because I don't really like putting that time frame on inquiries. Now I know the task could really happen in any platform, but for us in Peel, we're using a new platform called Office 365, which is Microsoft's comparison to the Google Apps for Education. And within Office 365, we have many different features, but one of them is sites. So we can actually create a site. And one of the reasons I love this tool, especially for primary, is that there's an easy feature that looks a lot like Facebook that is a news feed, which allows us to post and reply really easily, and bringing in digital media like YouTube links, videos, photographs, etc. But it does also allow me to further extend. So as a teacher, I can provide links out, but I can also provide links to our field guide. So just quickly going over how it would work. Our first week would really be focused on introducing the classrooms, and this is where I'd hopefully overcome some of those pitfalls, such as building that sense of community, but also using nonverbal text. So classrooms would introduce themselves using tools like VoiceThread, a tool like this, where we can actually hear the
Today we went on
story
a living
and watch the environments that are around, or something more like Comic Life or iMovie, and that really would be dependent on the classroom's past experiences. We wouldn't be stressing that. In weeks 2 to 5, each classroom would take on the job of leading the inquiry. So the lead class would go into their environment and find a picture of something that sparks interest or wondering, a living thing that sparks interest or wonderings, and post that picture to the learning community in our thread. So there's mine that I posted of a butterfly found by the lake. So then the next step would be for our learning community, for all 3-4 classrooms to come and discuss observations, wonderings, and any of their research that they found. I was trying to keep it flexible and fluid so that there wasn't a lot of that onus. It could really become a learning station within the classroom if they wanted to, where they could add and then bring it together to a shared writing activity at the end of the day. Or if it's more of a grade 3 classroom, there could be more onus put on them. As time goes on, throughout the week they could post their links as well, and towards the end of the week the group could summarize, the lead group would summarize all of that learning from the week into one field guide submission, and for that we would use our PowerPoint here. And in Office 365 there's collaborative tools so that there can be several authors on the same document. So each of the classes could be an author on the document, the teacher. Classes would rotate through that, and then in week 6, we would bring it back together and have a bit of a celebration, perhaps some peer feedback or some using some prompts again. And one of the cool tools that hopefully will be there with Office 365 is some video conferencing tools, so we could bring that face-to-face interaction of what we did well and bring in that group processing element. So I am way over my 5-minute limit, and if you have any questions, let me know. But I hope that better clarifies a bit of what I was trying to describe. Have a great day!